is president at Enviropest. So welcome, Kevin. How's it going today?
It's going well, Jim. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. So in a nutshell, what products and services does Enviropest offer?
Well, Enviropest we consider ourselves a full service pest and wildlife company. So we're taking care of ants and spiders, crickets, things like that. We also deal with a lot of rodents. I know you're based there in Estes Park. Rodents are a big issue up in Estes for us. So we do a lot of things for mice and rats and things like that, trying to get into buildings. We also take care of bed bugs and mosquitoes. And I have a guy who is an expert in the wildlife arena as well. So as people deal with things like bats or squirrels or raccoons in their attics, we can get in and help them take care of those things as well.
Does that include pesky elk? And I'm just kidding because I'm an Estes,
Yeah, no. It's we certainly raccoons are about as big of a critter as we like to try to deal with. So
Okay, all right. So tell me, how'd you get into the pest control business anyway?
well, like many, I just was looking for a good career. Pest control certainly isn't something that many people are out looking to get into on purpose, unless your family has a pest control business or you kind of grew up in that industry. A lot of us just kind of fall in it accidentally. I was young, married, had a child on the way. It was just trying to find an industry that had decent pay, some benefits, just a way I could take care of my family. So I actually started off in the lawn care business, and then in the wintertime they laid me off, and I answered an ad for a pest control job, and that was about 28 years ago. So the industry has been really good for me and my family, and I've enjoyed it over the years.
Very nice. So Kevin, obviously there's other pest control businesses in the local area. What makes Enviropest unique or different?
I like to think what makes us unique and different is just the team of people that we have. It's important that we just take care of each other. We look out for each other. We're really intentional about our core values. We exist to serve as our mission statement, and we believe in serving, one another, our customers, as well as our community. So we try to be really intentional about that. Find ways to get out, get involved with the community, donate services when we can. Our team members are really good about identifying and finding ways just to help people out. Whether if they're out and maybe it's a young family and they can't financially take care of a problem, and we know we just need to solve it, and so we do that, and we give our people we empower them to make that decision on their own, so they don't have to get permission to do that type of thing. So, one of the core values that is probably the favorite of our team is that our coworkers and customers are an extension of our family and treated as such. So we really just try to take that and make that personal. I mean, let's face it, unless you're, blessed tremendously financially, we all need a job. We all need a place to work and a career and a place to call home from that perspective. And if you can work in a place that you enjoy doing what you're doing, and you like the people that you work with, it just makes things more pleasant. So we really try to create a work atmosphere that looks like that for our people. And then they just go out and take care of our customers.
Nice philosophy. I love it. So who would you say your ideal customers are then? Do you have a picture of that or?
Yeah, I don't know that I would say we have an ideal customer. I mean, anyone who, is unfortunate enough to have to deal with pest issues, or maybe they have a phobia of pests and they don't want them around, they're an ideal customer of ours, because we're certainly going to do everything we can to keep those pests out of there. So we service about as many residential homes as we do commercial businesses. So again, anybody out there who's dealing with a pest issue certainly is an ideal client or a potential customer for us.
Okay. So where can people find more information about working with you or doing business with you?
Enviropest.com is how they can find us on the web. We're certainly on Facebook and LinkedIn as well. We try to keep people advised and informed with information. Our Facebook page is a great way to follow us. We We rarely try to sell any business on there. We really try to use our Facebook page as a way just to educate people about things that are going on, little tips that they can do on their own or things to look out for in regards to pests. We also try to update them on things that are happening with our people. Again, we consider Enviropest a family, and we want our customers as well as our teammates just to know what's going on, with Enviropest and with our people. We're real people like everybody else, and I think when you can relate to and connect with an organization, then you feel a lot more comfortable doing business with them and having that level of trust with them. So again, a lot of different avenues they can get a hold of us. If you're somebody who really likes, you geek out on information and knowledge, our website, we do have areas where you can go into a whole library to learn about different insects and pests and different type of services that we provide. So again, a lot of resources out there, a lot of ways that you can connect with us or just go out and gather information.
Cool. Which pest do you find the most interesting to deal with?
Oh boy, that's a good question. I would say bed bugs. I've been doing pest control for about 28 years. In my first 10 to 12 years, we didn't deal with bed bugs. They had kind of, in the 50s and 60s, we'd kind of all but eliminated them here in the United States. And I believe just due to a lot of international travel and things like that, we began to see them come back into the country about 20 years ago. Here in the middle part of the country, we really didn't begin to see them come back until about 15 years ago. So they're unique. I mean, bed bugs, we have to deal with them really differently than any other pest out there. So, and when it comes to the consumer, it's a lot more of an emotional pest than any other pest that we deal with. I mean, this is an insect that's biting you. It's there when you're sleeping. It's in your bed or your bedroom, so it's personal. So we begin to see a psychological and even an emotional impact on our customers. So we have to work with our team and help them really understand that there's a level of compassion that we have to extend that may be a little higher than it would with other pests just because of that. We actually have a bed bug summit that happens in this country every other year, and it typically happens in Denver because Denver is kind of the central hub of the country. And we see about 400 or 500 people from all over the world come together and talk about the latest research, technology, and just the things that we are learning about those insects. They're very resistant to pesticides in a lot of cases. So we do a lot of heat treatments and other creative ways just to try to manage and take care of those pests.
Wow, a bed bug summit. That's pretty cool. I had never heard of anything like that. That must be, it just kind of shows you the magnitude of the problem, I guess, too, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. There's a lot of finances that are kicked out to colleges for grants, just to help these researchers just go out into the real world and try to figure out how can we really get a handle on these insects and these pests.
Yeah. Wow. All right, so let's find out a little more about Kevin the person. Where'd you grow up, Kevin? Where are you from? Where'd you go to high school?
Well, I'm a Kansas boy. I was born and raised in South Central Kansas. I actually graduated in a small town, a class of 14 kids. You heard me right, 14. So,
wow,
yeah. Most people say a small town, and they think they graduate with a class of 50 kids or 100 kids. But I think we had 7th through 12th grade in the same building. I believe we had about 85 people between 7th grade and our senior class. So really small community.
That is small. I thought mine was small with 92 graduating class.
So yeah, I grew up in Kansas. Went to the military for a couple of years, got out and met my wife, and found a career in the pest control industry. So been really fortunate to learn a lot about our industry, and we moved out here to Colorado about 7 years ago to be involved with Enviropest and kind of help grow this business and bring my expertise here. And, since we've been here, really got involved with the local community. We work with a lot of nonprofit organizations. I sit on the board with a couple of organizations, also serve on the town council in Johnstown where I live. And I just believe that if you're going to be in a community and you're going to be a leader, you really just have to get involved. And it's just part of giving back. So
Nice. Well, I love these kind of questions. If you had one word to describe yourself, what would it be?
I think connector would be a good word to describe me. Um, I like meeting new people and learning about them, what they do, where they come from, what their background is. And I just find that in getting to know different people, they're always looking, in most cases, they're looking for something or they have a need somewhere. And I guess, I just think God has blessed me with the ability to see that and just connect people who make sense to be connected. And I enjoy doing that as well.
Obviously, you got to enjoy something like that to do it, I think, to be a good connector like that.
Yeah. Well, and again, there's nothing selfish in it for me. It's just really about, knowing that, there are people out there that I like to be connected with, and I may or may not have a way to do that. And so if I can help others, get connected with other people, whether it be at a personal or professional level, I enjoy doing that.
Nice. So are you pretty active in the Toastmasters Club, or how does that work for you?
I'm not.
Not really, huh?
I had an invitation last fall and attended the Toastmasters meeting, and that's really the only one I think I've been to over the years. So I certainly have been aware of Toastmasters for probably 15 years or so, and had just it's never been high on my priority. So I've never really looked to actively get engaged or involved with the club.
Okay. Yeah, I've not gotten involved with one either, but I think they would be kind of fun to do, and you probably would learn some skills there too, some better skills, or at least brush up on what you already know, kind of thing. But yeah, I might look into that later. So, Kevin, what makes you love going to work every day?
I think I've had the opportunity to be in leadership and management for about 20 years, and especially in the last 3 to 5 years, as we've really gotten things in a great position here at Enviropest. I'm excited about being able to create and develop leadership in my team members. So we have a couple of key leaders. They really are the ones who make Enviropest click each and every day. They're the ones handling the things in the office and handling the things in the field, so that I can be out in the community and doing the things that I love to do and that I'm passionate about. So really it is about just pouring into my people and developing my people, and just helping them to be the best version of them that they can be.
Great. Now, you said you've been in Colorado 7 years. Is that right?
Yeah, it'll be 7 years in March.
Okay. What do you like best about Northern Colorado?
Oh, man. What don't I like about Northern Colorado? My wife and I, shortly after we moved here, bought a Jeep, and we love just getting out in the mountains and getting off road, and just the beauty of Colorado, to be able to be just less than an hour from Denver and all the great things that a large city has to offer, and yet up here in the Northern Colorado in the Front Range, it's small town feel. We're right at the base of the mountains. I mean, there's so much to really love and appreciate here, and even after 7 years, it all still is pretty new. So
what would you say is your favorite outdoor activity here then?
I would say jeeping is probably my favorite.
Jeeping, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy snowshoeing and hiking and things like that. But certainly, just we've got a small group of friends that have Jeeps, and we like to get together with the group and just get off road and spend a day just driving around and just enjoying the mountains.
So you've been up on some of the high roads where you pretty much just have one lane of traffic and can get kind of iffy up there a little.
Yeah, I'd say we probably do that probably 6 or 7 times a year. So
nice.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah. I've done it once in a Nissan pickup, and it wasn't as fun as it would be in a Jeep, but it worked.
Yeah. We have a group. We have a group called Dirt Church. It's a small group from our church, and we get together on a pretty regular basis. Sometimes there are just 3 or 4 of us. Other times we may have 15 or 18 of us up there, and we pick a trail and we spend a day up there. We stop and have lunch, and again, just enjoy the beauty of the mountains and being off road.
Dirt Church, I love it. Okay, so what's back to kind of a business speak a little bit now. What's one business tip you would recommend other businesses be aware of? Something that you've learned in your many years of being a business owner.
I think from an ownership and leadership standpoint, I really think the most important thing for me, my job is to take care of my people. I think a lot of owners and managers are so focused on the financial side of their business, and they're trying to hit their goals. And we all have financial goals we want to hit. We're running a business and managing a business, but we lose sight of our people. And if you have a business where you have boots on the ground, they're really generating the revenue, and they're really the face of your company day in and day out. That is where you need to invest the majority of your time and energy. If we take care of our people, if we take care of the team that we've put out there, they're going to take care of us. They're going to make sure that the customers are taken care of. They're going to make sure that financially the things happen that need to get done. And more times than not, I see business owners and managers lose that focus and really make a push on numbers. When you begin to push those numbers down to people, and they believe that that's all you stand for and that's all you want from them, they're going to find somewhere else to go.
Makes total sense. Yes. How many people you got working for you?
We have a team of 28 people at Enviropest.
Okay, that's a pretty good size outfit then. Yeah, you serve a pretty big area then too. Then.
We about 95% of our work is Larimer and Weld County.
Okay.
So we are very strategic in what our service footprint is, and we don't want to be overstretched. We want to make sure that we're able to deliver a high level of service to all of our customers. So we get asked a lot of times to go to Denver and to stretch outside of our footprint, and we just let people know that that's just not part of our current plan. And we just try to continue to do what we do well.
Okay. So do you have any special personal business quotes that you particularly like? And if you do, why?
There's a couple that I like. I think probably one of my favorites, and I believe it was Teddy Roosevelt that said it, and that is that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. It kind of goes back to my leadership philosophy, and just when you take care of your people and they know they care about you, then you can really begin to pour insight into them and begin to expect things from them. And because they know that you care about them, they're willing to go that extra mile and do those things for you.
Oh yeah,
so
totally agree.
Yeah. And then one of my other favorites really is you either plan to fail or you fail to plan. So I'm a big believer in planning. I think if you don't start off the year with a plan, with a goal, and with a vision of where you want to be, then you're just kind of out there wandering aimlessly. And you get to the end of the year and people begin to ask you, well, did you get where you wanted to be this year? Well, if you never really put a plan together, you don't know if you're on track to get there or not.
Right. Yeah. If you don't have a goal in mind, then you don't know if you're going to be on one side of it or the other by the time you get there. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Let's see. If you could recommend one other business in our local area, who would that be and why?
Well, we have a lot of really great businesses in the area. Now, I guess it depends on what it is that you're looking for. I have a good friend of mine that has a business called Total Facility Care. If you have a commercial business or a building that needs cleaned, again, I know that, there's an organization that really focuses on taking care of their people, knowing that, when they take care of their people are going to deliver good service to the customer. So I think probably because I'm wired that way and I believe it's important, the companies out there that I really believe in and am going to recommend kind of have that same philosophy.
Very good. So do you have any sort of special or limited time offers for our viewing audience today, Kevin, from Enviropest?
We are not a big company to run a bunch of specials and deals and that type of thing, but I'm certainly happy to, if somebody is watching this and they want to give us a shot, we're happy to give them $50 off of their initial service if they want to come on board and they're looking for just a regular year-round protection. we'd love to be able to provide that for them.
Very nice. No, people that are watching this are going to know that it was worthwhile to be here to listen to you.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, let's wrap things up, Kevin. It's been great getting to know you and your business a little bit better. I'd like to thank you once again for participating in this local business summit. It was a fun and informative interview. Is there anything like that you would like to add before we kind of sign out with the outro here?
No, I think I just think that anytime you're going to do business with any business, I think it's good to do a little research, make sure you know who it is that you're doing business with. Check the Better Business Bureau, go on and check their Google reviews. You're going to get an idea of kind of, what that company is like. And, even on social media, just reading through some of the comments and things. And if people are engaging in a positive way and you see that organization is one that, is engaging and giving back to the community, it's probably a company that's going to, take better care of you. I know some people were always just focused specifically on price only. And let's face it, we probably all have examples of times when we tried to save a buck and it come back to bite us in the tail, or maybe times we didn't do our research and it wasn't about the cost, but just the delivery of service itself wasn't where it needed to be. So, I really just think that there's a lot to be said about taking a few extra minutes and looking into, whatever company it is that you're looking to do business with for a product or a service.
Totally. People are really more and more these days researching businesses online before they even attempt to contact them. So that's really important what you just said there.
Yeah. Well, and just because you have the most reviews online doesn't mean that you're the best company out there.
True. Yeah.
We live in a day and age today where companies are paying for resources to go out and help them get reviews just so they have more reviews. So it's a matter of taking the time to read those reviews and even doing some additional, research here and there just to make sure that you know what you're getting.
Yeah, definitely. Reviews are not everything. And like you said, they can be bought too. And that's it can be a problem in some cases too. So definitely you need to do your research, I think.
Yep. Very true.
All right. Well, I'd also like to thank all of the people who are attending the summit or tuning in later to watch the summit recordings. Of course, I encourage you to leave your questions and comments for Kevin in the chat. And hopefully we'll see you all again in the rest of the interviews taking place in this Northern Colorado 2020 Visions Local Business Summit. Please share this summit with anybody you think might be interested and benefit from our speakers' expertise. We'll put a share link in the chat that you can use for that. Make it pretty easy for you to share. So thanks again, Kevin. We are over and out until the next interview. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Jim.
You bet. Bye-bye.